Hi. So, as someone who claims to be such a bastion of freedom of speech, why do you call the protesters outside terrorists, outside of, say, one broken window?
Well, it's more than one broken window. Assaulting cops, spray painting, the death threats that they throw at me, the violent intimidation.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Antifa Scholar today. Back with another video from Charlie Kirk. So today, Charlie Kirk blasts college students hypocritical arguments on terrorism. So guys, without further ado, let's get started.
Hi. So, as someone who claims to be such a bastion of freedom of speech, why do you call the protesters outside terrorists, outside of, say, one broken window?
Well, it's more than one broken window. Assaulting cops, spray painting, the death threats that they throw at me, the violent intimidation, the graffiti.
But that's not, don't you think it's bigoted to call all protesters who are outside as terrorists when a handful of minority might be representing some
Wait, why would it be bigoted?
activities?
They're mostly white liberals without jobs.
Sorry?
Why is it bigoted? They're mostly white liberals without jobs.
But you're calling all protesters terrorists?
I'm calling Antifa out there that are anonymizing their identity, sending death threats to my family, smashing windows, and spray painting the campus the entire week leading up to this terrorist. Yes, I absolutely stand by that.
But so that wouldn't. A lot of them are just college students who don't agree with the point of view that you're propagating.
Well, maybe
today.
they should have come to the front of the line and asked a question like you, and not acted like somebody in a third world country where they settle their differences with gang violence.
But just to be sure, those people who are there to register their protest aren't terrorists.
Okay, the terrorist definition is a person who uses unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. Did they do that?
I don't think so.
Wait, hold on. A person who unlawfully violent, window smashing, graffiti, assault
Not
against
all of
police
them.
officers.
Not
Okay.
all of them.
Hold on a second. The leaders, they cover for themselves. And by the way, only a small of them are isolated, and they're all in one big black block. And don't try to gaslight the people here or the people watching online. There's hundreds of them. They're working in a coordinated network with coordinated tactics. And these are not just quote-unquote college kids. There's obviously somebody behind this with funding and sophistication, with quasi-paramilitary tactics. And let me ask you a question. Why is it that when people go into the United States Capitol and take a selfie, they're called terrorists by our government, but when you start to terrorize and smash windows and put violent threats and death threats to me, it's somehow bigoted to call them terrorists?
So first of all, it wasn't a coordinated effort. As someone who was there, I just knew that there was this event happening and that there would be a protest in order to register our point of view. I was not part of any coordinated effort, and neither were a lot of the other people who were there. We don't appreciate the label of being terrorist, especially a lot of us are from countries where
you shouldn't appreciate the
so
label or the activity. Why don't you come here and say, I'm pretty damn embarrassed that people that agree with me resort to violence, instead of going up here and trying to lecture me about calling them terrorists.
Absolutely. But this isn't about...
You're making a fool of yourself. Why don't you go out and talk to your buddies and tell them to stop trying to shut down our event?
So I don't know why your response is always a whataboutism. I mean, I'm just asking
It's not.
if you
I'm
take
asking
back
questions
that they're not
you can't
terrorists.
answer-ism.
What? I've answered each of your questions. I'm just saying
No,
that
let me ask you a
not
question.
everyone is
Let
part of
me
a
ask you a question.
coordinate
Will you publicly condemn the violence done in the political spirit outside by the people that you were protesting alongside? Will you do that right now?
It depends what you're referring to.
Smashing of windows and
I don't
assaulting
think
police officers.
breaking windows is a good idea.
Assaulting
But
police officers. Do you
No
condemn
one
that?
assaulted police officers.
You
I
what?
was there. No one assaulted police
That's
officers.
lie.
I
That's
was
not
there.
true. Throwing eggs and objects at police officers is a legal definition of assault, no matter how much you try to gaslight it or spin it.
If I can just, without resorting to whataboutism, using your definition of terrorism, if the police uses unjust violence against civilians, should that also count as terrorism?
Absolutely not. But first of all, your definition of unjust...
I'm just taking your definition of
No.
terrorism.
Let me read this again. Unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in the pursuit of political aims. Antifa doesn't just do this here. They did this in Sacramento and assaulted one of our Turning Point USA employees
I'm not Antifa.
and sent one of them to the hospital. Antifa, oh, by the way, The same buddies, the same tactics, the same coordination, the same wardrobe, the same language, the same signs. You know what they did 2 weeks ago? They arson and firebombed an entire police training headquarters in Georgia in massive coordinated fashion. And so right now what we are seeing is the rise of left-wing domestic violent extremism, and the failure to acknowledge or admit it means that you are blinded by ideology. Thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah.
We'll get to the next one.
Yeah, I've never seen Charlie being hot, like Charlie being so angry like this. Like he always debates and other stuff, but he being angry like this, I think that really got him. I mean, it's not civilized to, I mean, to disagree with someone and you then attack the person. I mean, if you don't agree with someone's ideology or you don't agree with someone's debate, just come and I mean, confront him. Let's you debate in a matured way, because that's what he has been doing always. You know, Charlie is someone that, I mean, not everybody always agree with him, because yeah, we all have different perspective when it comes to life. So not everybody. Sometimes I do not agree with Charlie. I mean, the only thing you can do that will make you look intellectual, that you come from, because he always have the platform for people to talk their opinion, to debate him every time. So I think it's really uncivilized for you to go that way. If indeed they had this attack, break his glasses, he window glasses, attack cops, and did all those what he said they did, then it's really embarrassing. And using the word terrorism, I think it's kind of a high and a harsh word, you know. Terrorism, see, I really understand the guy, because some people coming from, I mean, the Middle East, you know, countries, if they are known to be, you see, if you use that word terrorism to them, like, they take it so serious because of where they are coming from. Because where they are coming from, you see, this massacre, the war is very high there. So if you use some word to them, it tends to, you know, make them, but that even doesn't give you the reason to attack someone. I mean, Charlie is a debate man. He always give platform to people to argue his debates, argue his knowledge, argue his intelligence. People always come, but for you to just attack him, I mean, bring his family, attack his home, come on, that is uncivilized way to win a battle. That is uncivilized way. If indeed that happened, I think that is so uncivilized, and that is bad, you know. And that is, I mean, emotional immaturity and intellectually coward. And you are emotionally coward, physically coward, to just attack someone because you don't agree with his opinion. Like, why will you do that? Why will you do? And that me, what gets me is that the fact that he is just gaslighting it, like supporting it. You know, you came there to debate. The same way the guys or the people could have just come front and just talk to debate. Like, I mean, talk to Charlie. This is this and this and this and this, what you have been saying. We don't agree with him, because people always do it every time. But the fact that you need to attack him, it's out. It's a no go. We don't use violence to solve a problem. You know, we don't use violence, because he never comes there and bring cane or bring cutlass or bring machete or bring, I mean, you know, things like violent things to debate. He talks about what his opinion, what he believes, what he thinks, his perspective. So if you think you don't agree with his perspective, or if you think you don't agree with him, you can just come up from, like, the way he did to talk him through. But rather, like, attacking his home, like, is the worst thing you could do. So I really understand his anger. Like, when he started arguing, I was like, Charlie, chill. I mean, he's just trying to answer a question, but at the getting to the latter part of the speech, I really understood why he was angry. Everyone would be angry. Like, why will you attack someone just because you don't agree to his opinion? And the fact that the guy is defending them is very bad. You know, it's an uncivilized way to win an argument. Like, this, I think, is not the right thing they should have done. You know, these college students should just grow up. You know, because it's hard time they they just stop thinking like children and they should grow up. Because every time I check out Charlie and it's an argument with, or it's a debate with the college students, it's either they are being rude or they are behaving childish, and it's really embarrassing. It's an uncivilized way to just disagree with someone. I mean, let me know what you think about this video. You think Charlie just went rude? No. Charlie was not rude to the guy. I mean, he's a human being. He has feelings, so he was trying to bring out his feeling. I mean, the worst thing you could do to someone is to attack his home, where his family lives. It's a bad thing, actually. It's a bad thing. I mean, let me know what you think about this video. I mean, if you have any recommendation or suggestion for me, don't forget to leave it down there. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to click on the subscription button for more notifications. Thanks for watching.